Need a little bit of lip gloss. I like how I picked up my mirror.
I broke it.
Not fully, but the stand is down there because I stepped on it. Just too lazy to put it together, so onto the floor it goes. Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're all having a fantastic week. Today I thought it would be fun to kind of sit down and do a catch up, a life update, if you will. And I think maybe we'll do like a putting makeup away because clearly I have a lot out right now. And also I already did my makeup and I just thought now that we should do this video. I feel like there's just a lot to share and a lot of things to catch you up on, you know? So let's dive right in. Starting with the fact that we are still in a little bit of a lockdown. We've been in one for, over a year, and I know this isn't news. I know a lot of people have been dealing with this. So one of the things that I have been doing over the last, I want to say 5 or 6 months now, is therapy. And I did therapy when I was younger, and it was something that really helped a lot for me in kind of providing perspective on different scenarios and things that had gone on for me at the time, and it really made a huge difference. And so I had sort of been thinking about it because over 2020 it was just a lot with Connor being born and having multiple different diagnoses and things that we were trying to figure out, a lot of different specialists that we were seeing, his pending surgery for his syndactyly, which was, if you missed that video, 2 of his fingers are joined together. He has 2 separate fingers, but they are joined with skin, so he will need surgery, unfortunately. I thought maybe that they could stay like that, but apparently they can't. And then of course there's also like helping the kids with their schoolwork online and kind of running through that, also filming videos and running a business and like doing all these other things. It was a lot and I was feeling really overwhelmed with the whole experience. So I found a therapist and I decided that the route that I wanted to take was CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy. And that is something where you basically better understand your mental processes and use that to help shift your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors and better understand yourself from that perspective. And so that has helped me a lot. It's an ongoing process and it's something that I'm continuing to do, but I felt like I kept, and I feel like everyone's been doing this lately, but like I kept breaking down and I was struggling a lot. It's hard also when you can't really see a lot of family members and it can become a lot, especially when your world sort of becomes very small in your little bubble. So that has made a big difference for me. And I like to talk about this stuff because I feel like sometimes people are given the impression that therapy is a negative thing or that it's something that you only do when you're weak. And I think therapy has been such a fantastic thing. So I always want to be a big advocate for it. And I think it's made a huge difference for me and I will continue to do it. And I will continue to encourage everyone, if you feel like you need it, someone to talk to, someone to help you through different maybe specific things going on in your life or specific mental processes or things that have gone on in childhood, whatever it is, I felt like this has made a big impact on me. And one of the things we're really loud. One of the things that we're working on right now is an issue I've been having over the last, I want to say specifically the last 7 months, but like technically like 2 years. And that is insomnia. Now, granted, while I'm pregnant and while I'm feeding Connor and while he's growing and I'm nursing him through the night, that's fine. I'm waking up, that is consistent, that is routine, that is something that I fully anticipated and I'm okay with. But when Connor's sleeping through the night, when I'm not pregnant and I'm not sleeping, I'm like
losing my mind.
So one of the things we've been trying to figure out is sort of the cause of like why I'm not sleeping really well. There are different forms of insomnia. I discovered like there's chronic insomnia, there's terminal insomnia, which is where you wake up well in advance of an alarm and you're just awake, you're awake for the day, which is what I've been doing. And so I've been trying to fall asleep earlier. I have weighted blankets. I have fans pointed at me. I've been using the Calm apps and like all those different things. I've been doing a ton of stuff, giving myself a bedtime routine like a ton. If you have any other suggestions, of course, would love to hear them because I'm always looking for more advice and things to do because like I'm desperate. But I've tried like going to sleep early and it seems like I have like repetitive patterns in when I've been waking up and then 4 a.m. hits and I'm just awake. Like I know I don't have to be awake and I just lie there. I'm tired, so I don't want to get up and like do stuff, but I'm also like awake. Anyway, it's been driving me crazy. So I'm still trying to figure out the cause of that. And I think it probably stems from like you know, nursing Connor through the night and just like needing to be awake every 4 hours and stuff like that. But like, it's not fun. I don't enjoy it. On a brighter note, I was supposed to get my hair done and didn't, because went into lockdown the day before my hair appointment. So it's just like, you know, when it, especially springtime, I don't know if you're like this too, but like when it's springtime, I just want a fresh cut and fresh color, and it just like a refresh, you know? And I feel like I'm dragging still the color over the winter, and I'm like, oh, get me out of here. Plus my hair feels just like super long, and I don't know, I just want to give it like, you know, just like a right to the shoulder. And I can't right now, and it's super frustrating. I know it's like small potatoes problems, but like it's another update, I guess. By the way, have any of you guys tried the Air Matte lip colors by NARS? They're very nice, though the colors aren't always what they appear to be. Like this color, I was like, ooh, this could be so nice. But the color inside is like much darker, more like burgundy. Anyway, that's besides the point, but I had them out, so I wanted to share. Ugh. Hair stuck in my lip gloss. Ugh. Another thing I wanted to talk about was regarding Connor. I know a lot of you guys had asked about his upcoming surgery. So he was supposed to have it at, I think it was like a year. It ended up getting postponed because of COVID and, you know, hospitals, and they needed to prioritize different surgeries depending on how urgent they were. Of course, naturally, that makes perfect sense. So in talking to the surgeon, he doesn't think that it's going to happen until he's closer to like 2, maybe 18 months, which, you know, doesn't help my stress and anxiety over it, because it's, you know, it's my baby, and he's gonna be like 18 months to 2 years, and it's like a 4-hour surgery, and they put him under, and there, you know, there's all sorts of different things that go into this particular surgery. Like they're taking skin off of another part of his body to like stitch it together. Like it's a full like scissor type thing. They're like, if we hit a vein, we're gonna have to stop. Like it's like a very detailed and very specific process, and it's scary, and I'm very nervous, and it just sort of is prolonging that, which is just, you know, not helping the stress, but nothing we can do. He's such a champ though, and he doesn't mind at all that 2 of his fingers are like locked together. In fact, he uses it to, sort of like a shovel for food. So, you know, Julia has a friend, and she didn't know that Connor's fingers were stuck together. And so when I was showing her, and she's just like, why are his fingers like that? And I was like, oh, you know, he was just born that way. And, you know, it's kind of fun. He likes to use them like a shovel for food. And she looks over at her mom, and she's like, why don't I have one? And I'm like, girl, I get it. It's like a built-in spoon. Yes, please. But otherwise, he's doing well and growing and thriving. He's 14 months now, and he is a really interesting mix of both Julia and Luke, which is really fun. Oh, I have a bunch of like new makeup here. This needs to be cleaned. Huh. Also this one. Huh. So anyway, Connor. He's such an interesting mix between both the kids' personalities, and you never know when you have a child, you're like, what kind of personality are they going to be like? And I feel like for Julie and Luke, they're very opposite in terms of personality in many ways, and it's really interesting seeing them work together and try and problem solve things, especially when you have someone who's very different than you. So it's really cool seeing them practice all those skills in order to work together as a team, especially right now because they can't really see anyone. They're kind of forced to play together. But Connor's just a really fun mix. He's got that, you know, bright, outgoing aspect that Luke has, but he's a little bit more quiet and gets overwhelmed a little bit more easily. So he's experiencing a little bit of sometimes what Julia can show, but he's also very pensive, and he's very observant of what other people are doing. So he doesn't necessarily need to partake in everything, but he likes to be around people. So it's very interesting to see how he's kind of a blend of the two of them. And he's such a good boy. Like, he is just very sweet and, you know, practicing his different baby sign language stuff. Like, we've been practicing like more and eat, drink, please. I'm still working on the baby sign language. And then the older two, so Julie and Luke, are doing really well, and they are, you know, enjoying online school as much as you can. Like, Luke would prefer to be like in school, which is totally understandable. And so I know he's kind of missing out on that, but it is really entertaining to see them like play school. And so they're like, oh, it's so different than how I played school. But they'll like sit at their desks with their like pretend laptops, and they're like, okay, everyone, mute your mics. They've also been really into, there's a YouTube channel here called Art Hub for Kids. If you have kids and they like art, like, highly recommend it. It is fantastic. It's a family of, I think there's like 5 or 6 of them, and the dad does art tutorials, and he sits down with one of his kids in each different tutorial, and they walk through a drawing. It could be a particular character from like Mario Kart, or it could be something seasonal, and they do like pop open, like surprise ones. They did ones for Easter and all these different things. And so they have been doing so many art projects, and they have been absolutely in love with them. And it's just been a really fun process seeing them gain a lot of skills from those too, and just see, you know, just the progress from the beginning of the pandemic to now has been just a huge difference, and they've been really enjoying it. So that's been a good one. Ooh, another one. I have so many like kids favorites and stuff. I should do like a whole video on that. It's a card game. It's called Sleeping Queens. It was actually I have to hack this donation over here. It's called Sleeping Queens, and it was created by a 6-year-old who was having trouble like falling asleep one time, and so she created this game, and it involves like creating math sentences, and you have these kings, and you have these sleeping queens, and these dragons and knights, and like all these different elements to it, and they have so much fun. I have never in my life seen my kids get so invested in the game for such a long period of time. Like, they are obsessed with this game, and it is honestly, it's really fun. I don't know why I closed that. Like, I just took this silk powder out. I just actually used it today. It looks pretty good. Flatten it out for recycling. But like 10 out of 10 recommend that one if you have not tried it already. And then, this past weekend, Connor got sick for the first time, other than he had like a little bit of an illness when he was, I think, 3 or 4 months old, and he had to go to the hospital. But I had been so in and out of the hospital so many times, and it was just like that whole experience this weekend like just brought me back to that, which was not pleasant. He had a fever, he wasn't feeling well, and it's like during this time, this panorama time, it's a little bit more nerve-wracking when your child has a fever, especially when your children haven't been anywhere, in my case. And so I was sort of freaking out because like, where would he get an illness from? How would he get a cold? You know, like, we haven't been anywhere. And so I was up like all night with him for 2 or 3 nights, more than normal, just like managing fever and, you know, comfort nursing him, just whatever he needed. And he seems to be on the mend now, but like, I feel like it's extra scary right now when your kid gets anything, like the sniffles, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the end. And so it's like just that like little extra level of stress and anxiety that just like I didn't particularly need or want, but he seems to be getting better right now, which is great. Fever went down over the weekend and then basically entirely disappeared, and he's back to his happy self. It seems to be some sort of like just run-of-the-mill infection that he picked up, and he's like some sort of virus, like a normal kid thing, and he's fine now, so that's good. But like, I feel like this past year has really put a lot of pressure on my anxiety, all of our collective anxieties. And I just want to like talk to people and hang out, and I feel like we're not alone in this, and I feel like we're friends, and I wish I could see you guys in person and hang out. I feel like that's kind of like why I wanted to come on and chat, because I feel like a lot of us are struggling right now, and I've been getting a lot of really sweet messages on Instagram recently, just saying some really sweet stuff about my videos and how it's helped them in this pandemic, and it's really nice to see, and I'm really happy that I get to be sort of a break for you guys. I feel like there's always more to the story for everyone, and we're all trying to get through it. Not even like week by week or month by month. We're just trying to get like hour by hour through this, and I just want to let you know that you're not alone, and we're all going through some stuff, and if you ever want to chat in the comments and come and hang out in the videos, it means a lot to me and to my family. I know a lot of people are struggling right now, and it means a lot to me that I can work from home and support my family and be a source of entertainment for you guys, and I feel really, really blessed that I'm given that opportunity, and so I want to continue to be that for you guys. I have been working really hard on some new videos and trying to schedule my time so that I can be there for the kids, who are, of course, all of our children are all struggling through this too, and I think that's really important to recognize. But spending time with them, and spending time on the work stuff, and I hired a fantastic editor who's been helping me with a lot of the edits and everything, which has been so awesome. It's been so great to just like have some of that load lifted a bit, and it's been exciting that I can build out my team and continue to hire on new people as we continue to flesh out some new stuff that's gonna be coming soon. But all this is to say that I appreciate you, and I hope that I can continue to be a source of entertainment here on YouTube. It's such a positive community in the comments. I love reading through them because everyone's so supportive of everyone, and offering tips and advice and encouragement, and it's so great. So check out the comments, leave your 2 cents. I hope that you have a good week, and thank you for hanging out with me while I clean up. Oh, I have a sample here, that's fun. Tatcha liquid silk canvas. Oh, this is a good one. I really do like this one. Okay, sorry, I'm distracted. I'm gonna put that to the side. Make sure you check out Instagram if you haven't already. I've been having a time with some fun reels and like just a different creative outlet, and I've been playing around with that, and it's been super fun. I've been trying to do more on Insta stories as well, so like more behind the scenes food and makeup, nails, that kind of stuff. So go and check that out if you are interested. And again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs this video up if you want to see more life updates and hang out, more like chit chat, more chill type videos. And yeah, that's everything. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will see you all in the next video. Love you all. Mwah.